Hello, welcome to Buying on a Budget. My name is Fai. Today I'm gonna give a brief review about the Nikon D7500, a DSLR mid-range, high-range APS-C camera. And this is not my camera. I borrowed this from my friend and I already returned to him. He went back to Taiwan to continue the university education, but I would like to take this chance that he borrowed a camera to me, let me try it out for a week or two before in the summer holiday. But right now I just have the chance to film this video. But I already previously had experience with Nikon DSLR, the D7500, which I reviewed before, so I kinda have some experience with Nikon camera already, the APS-C camera, DSLR in particular. So the D7500 has a really good build quality. It has a really great grip, and it is really one strength of DSLR that they have a robust body and good economic, and I really enjoy shooting with that. Especially they have a optical viewfinder, which I actually enjoy, because only for shooting photo though. I will talk about the video feature, which is not the best video camera. My friend actually complained, but they have some mirrorless full frame right now, and it seems like their mirrorless full frame can focus really great, but this is not all that great in video. However, it is really reliable in shooting still images. The AF is fast and reliable, and it has a really good low light performance, unlike the M4III Micro Four Third camera that I use that actually struggles focusing in low light, but the Nikon does not. They focus very great even in some low light situation. It only has one card slot, which is a big complaint. People talk about this and they feel like the D7200 or 7100 is actually better than D7500, which I actually agree. But so far we haven't had any card failed yet. But before that, before all this, I actually have some card failed, not in camera, but in the card reader. I have some crappy card reader, and then my whole SD card was corrupted, and I was so unhappy that all my videos, all my photos inside that card were gone. I think it's like 2 times or 3 times. The first time I feel like, ooh, it's just one time thing. I don't think it's the reader, it's just an accident. And second time, 3 times, and I just bought a new SD card reader. So accident do happens. So I think dual card slot is a good backup strategy for you, but the D7500 does not have that. But something to note about is the Nikon has a really good color JPEG. I always praise their JPEG. Even right now, I kind of want to buy their camera back just because I like their JPEG color. In fact, my friend bought Nikon because I had my camera broken, and then I had some extra lens that I gave him. And so far his experience and my experience of Nikon is overall great. Their APS-C lens, because they are a older brand, so to speak, they have more experience and they can produce more lens, or they have more second-hand lens. So their lens are pretty affordable and good quality in terms of the price. They can offer you a lot of wide-angle lens for an affordable price. For example, their 10 to 20mm APS-C DX wide-angle lens that I actually used for a while, and it's very cheap, which I will review later. Actually, it's very good, very good. And if I were to buy a wide-angle lens for my G9, Lumix G9, it would be very expensive. It would be very expensive. So it is one issue when you buy a camera. You really need to consider the lens system, the whole camera system, not just the camera, because lens is more important. The lens keep their value even better, you know, because camera comes out every 1 or 2 years, but lenses, you may use it for 10 years actually. So when you buy a camera, you really need to consider the system with the lens, and Nikon has a great APS-C lens system, and they have some full frame lens you can use on APS-C camera as well. So go back to the video feature. Nikon is really not so good at DSLR in shooting videos. However, this D7500 does have 4K and it's rather good quality as well, but it has a crop, 1.5 times crop, and you know, it's kinda heavy cropping because APS-C already itself has a 1.5 times crop, and on top of that, so it's a 2.25 times, so it's even more than my Micro Four Thirds camera. So if you shoot video, this might not be your best choice. You might want to consider the full frame mirrorless or Sony A7 III, because they have some reliable AF and good high quality sharp 4K videos. One thing to praise about Nikon is their menu, their whole control system on camera is rather user-friendly. You are very familiar with their control and you feel at home and use them at ease. Unlike some other brand, for example, Sony, they say it's very messy. I'm not sure, but Nikon is definitely a very friendly, user-friendly camera for your controls, things like that. It has a tilt screen and with touch capability is pretty good for shooting image. You just pull it and then you can shoot. People always talk about flip screen, which I'm watching a flip screen right now, but flip screen is not always the best, especially for shooting street photography, because you want to be discreet, you want to sneaky quicky take picture, and the tilt screen is perfect for that. You just 1 second, less than that, but for flip screen you have to pull it out and then move it and then again, so it's not the best. However, the D7500 cannot use as a vlogging camera since the 4K crop and no flip screen for you to monitor what is on your frame. So I think that's it, pretty much my overall experience. I'm not very experienced with that camera since I only borrowed it, not used it, you know, for a very long time, but I'll try to match with other review, and after reading and then using my first-hand experience and tell you my review on this camera. I think overall it's a pretty capable camera. However, you have to consider the price. It's rather expensive and it does only have one card slot and it's not so big of a improvement than the previous generation. It does have a deeper buffer, but do you really need that? Maybe, right? But one card slot, and then it does not have a very good focusing in video, but it does have a pretty good lens lineup since it's Nikon APS-C. You have numerous choice, also some other factory from Sigma, from Tamron, they have some lenses as well. This is one plus. So what do you think about this camera? I think a lot of people just don't like this. My friend said, oh, it's alright, but it's a little bit expensive. He bought it for second hand, so could not complain. But I think why so fast that we can get a second-hand camera? Because I think some people abandon this, right? They feel like it's not the perfect choice, you know. So I think it's a little bit. There are better options, so to speak. But if you do want a DSLR with good AF performance, that is a rather new model that has good lens lineup, then this camera can be your choice. But if you want to shoot video, you want good AF performance in video, you want flip screen, then maybe it's not the best choice for you. I hope you enjoy, and thank you for the 100 subscribers that I just hit. Thank you very much. Thank you for your comments, and if you find this video entertaining, helpful, or something like that, please go ahead and subscribe, comment about what your opinions on this camera, and like my video. As always, see you next time.